Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, Ava DuVernay, who is to me, virtually unknown producer and director or whatever, filmmaker. I think the only thing that I've heard of that she has made is A Wrinkle in Time. But other than that, I honestly have not heard of anything else that she has directed. Well, it seems that she wanted to go online and say something incredibly stupid, saying that, oh, all these white filmmakers or people have to get ready that we might not hire white people and whatnot. How you doing, Pixelate? Good to see you. And so, yeah, she decides to pull this card. And I'm thinking, you know what? Under the Equal Opportunity Act of 1964, you might technically through a loophole or something get away with it. But I guarantee you, watch what you say when you are hiring somebody, Miss Ava. If you call for a potential part in a movie and you say we don't want any white people to be this or to be in this role or in this movie, well, or it's not a role for a white person, or we don't want a white person, we want this person only, or this type of person only, well, guess what? You just violated the Equal Opportunity Act. You see, folks, I actually have the Equal Opportunity Act right here in my hand, on my phone, obviously, and I'm going to read it. This law makes it illegal to discriminate against someone on the basis of race, color, religion, national origin, or sex, meaning gender in this case. The law makes it illegal to retaliate against a person because the person complained about discrimination, filed a charge of discrimination, or participated in an employment discrimination investigation or lawsuit. The law also requires that employers reasonably accommodate applicants and employees' sincerely held religious practices unless doing so would impose an undue hardship on the operation of the employer's business. Hold on one second, folks. I'll be right back. There's something that I need to take care of. Sorry about that, folks. I just had to take care of something really quick, and now I'm back. Now, as I just basically read, all these people, not just blacks, but anybody, including the CW, they are definitely guilty of the Equal Opportunity Act, all think that it's okay to discriminate against white people, cisgendered people, straight people, straight white males to be particular, and yet they don't realize that they are in violation of the law when they do stuff like that. You see, the Equal Opportunity Act was actually created as a check for civil rights for the black community, but also, or because they were the ones that were at the time having a hard time because of all the racism in the U.S. at the time. Well, now that since the Equal Opportunity Act has started, we have seen a greater shift, and people have started to get more equal opportunities. But now, because of all the crap that's been going on right now, all the shootings and all of the riots, protests, and whatnot, Well, there are some in the black community, not all, some, and I'm not even going to say they're a majority. They're actually a minority in the black community who are going to extremes. These are the people that I do not like. And it has nothing to do with the fact that they are black. It has everything to do with the fact that their actions are determining their likability. So if anybody even thinks about trying to clip this video saying that I do not like black people or whatever, grow up, grow a set of balls if you're a guy, grow a set of I don't know if you're a girl, and stop trying to find things to clip, because guess what? I like a lot of black people. I'm friends with a lot of them. In fact, one of my best friends is black. Who'da thunk? Oh, and you want to know something that's even cooler about my best friend who is black? She's politically opposed to my own political views. Isn't that something? A friendship that's based on, or that's not based on political ideals. Think about that, folks. You might find something interesting if you do follow that rabbit hole. But yes, Ava DuVernay, CW, you guys are technically thinking about violating the Equal Opportunity Act. You see, the CW has actually stated that they don't want to hire anybody that is not a part of the LGBTQ community in order to play this Riley Wild. That is a direct violation of law. And anybody who is straight, a woman who is straight, who wants to get the role, and if they ask you, are you a lesbian or whatever, and they say no, well, then we can't hire, or we're not looking, or we won't hire you. Guess what? That person can sue the CW for the violation of the same act in 1964 known as Equal Opportunity Act. You cannot discriminate against anyone. If this woman, how you doing, Don Draper? This woman touches Kirby's new gods, she already broke the law, in my opinion. She should go back to being public relations for the insane. Honestly, I have no idea on her background. But the thing is, many of these hiring practices in Hollywood now are basically discriminating. And I'm surprised no one has actually pointed this out, that by them looking for, or by productions looking for specific roles or whatever, or genders or whatever, you are discriminating against the rest of the pool. The Equal Opportunity Act was used as a check to make sure that black people have a fighting chance for employment. And now a black woman happens to be advocating the violation of it, thinking that racial inequality has been committed in the acting field. It hasn't. I've seen many black people in Hollywood, and they have all been very good actors and actresses. Now, I think that it is absolutely insane what is going on in the world right now, especially in the United States. But I am also not blind to the fact that there is a problem in the United States. And I will basically say this. I understand what happened to George Floyd was indeed wrong. No one believes otherwise. And if you do believe otherwise and you happen to be watching my channel, get off my channel. If you believe what happened to George Floyd was in any way right, get off my channel. Don't ever come back to my channel. It's not for you. Nor do I want you around me as a person if you think that what happened to George Floyd was correct. It was not. Now, back to the Equal Opportunity Act and Ava DuVernay. Honestly, I looked up her credentials, so to speak. I'm just not seeing that much of interest. I mean, I honestly cannot say that anything she has done is of interest. And it's not because she's black. It's because I have a preference that happens to go beyond race. If the movie just doesn't look interesting, I'm not going to watch it. It has nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman. If the movie's not interesting, I'm not going to watch it. It has nothing to do with the fact that she is a black woman. If the movie doesn't look interesting, I'm not going to watch it. You see, folks, whatever you think of a movie has nothing to do. How you doing, guys? Am I coming in choppy at all? Is my audio okay? Because it looks like my screen is just kind of reading the audio. Oh, all right, now it's better. But if my audio starts skipping at all, please let me know in the chat. How you doing, Junebug? I actually don't think she's that great of a director. Neither do I. But yeah, this craziness that has caused all of this new craziness, unfortunately, I think things are only going to get worse. But as for Ava DuVernay and the CW and them, well, the CW is definitely guilty of violation of the Equal Opportunities Act because they have already said, we don't want anybody who is not part of the LGBTQ community asking to be or applying for the role. Well, I'm sorry, but if I was a woman and I am looking for the role and I happen to be straight but have no problem being or doing scenes that involve kissing other women because it's a role. I mean, she did Selma. Never heard of that movie until today. Well, I may have heard of it a few days ago. That movie sucked. Martin Luther King Jr. deserved a better movie. Yeah, I never heard of Selma. I'm sorry. But anyway, but yes, going back to that example I was just giving. If I was a straight woman who happened to want the role of Batwoman, and they said, well, you're straight, we're kind of looking for somebody in the LGBTQ community to do that or for this role. I would ask them, why can't a straight person have this role? It's a role. It's not real. It's not real life. And if they say no, then that's when I would get my lawyer involved and I would say, I would like to sue the CW for violation of the Equal Opportunity Act. They are not hiring me because I am a straight person. They have blatantly said this out loud and in writing. It is all over if you know how to look for it, folks. And what was that movie? Twinkle in Time. That movie really sucked. Plus, as a ginger, I was offered or offended because the lead girl was a ginger in the book. P.S. I'm kidding. All right. Yeah, I know. I figured you were kidding on that one, Junebug. Good to see you too, by the way. But yes, I am surprised that nobody has blatantly called out the CW for their extreme discrimination. Ava DuVernay, she's an idiot. She thinks that, or she's basically what's known as a black supremacist. She thinks that white people need to suffer because of people in the past who were black suffered. I don't think that's right. You see, I'm not responsible for any African American or black person in the 1860s or up to the 1960s. I'm not responsible for any of their suffering. I'm not responsible for anyone suffering who happens to be of a darker pigment of skin. And if anybody wants to come at me saying that, oh, my ancestors were slave owners, guess what? I'm willing to bet that their ancestors were also slave owners. But here's the thing. My ancestors were not slave owners. In fact, my ancestors weren't even in the United States during the time of the Civil War. So if you really want to go there, I mean, you're just going to look like an idiot. Actors are actors. They act. The only thing an actor can't play is a different color to what they are, unless they're playing at alien, or an alien, I'm guessing. I think we did about Martin Luther King's dream on stream, and maybe all the people, these people should actually listen to what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was saying. You're absolutely right. Just don't say that to any SJWs. What do you mean, you people? They're going to pull that crap. Believe me. Am I coming through? Can everybody actually hear me still? Please let me know. Junebug. My ancestors at the time of the Civil War were in Sweden. We didn't come to America till about 1872. Yeah, about 9 years after the Civil War ended. Or was that 1865? I forget. Then it would have been 7 years. But yes, am I coming through, everybody? Can you all hear me? Is it clear? Is it nice and crispy clear audio? Anywho. I just think that all of this nonsense is nuts. And considering how we have covered the Ava DuVernay thing, I am going to start to ramble on. As you all know, I have reached 500 subscribers. I am very thankful to each and every one of my subscribers. You all got me here. You got me this far, halfway to monetization. I'm currently sitting at 503 subscribers, I believe. And let's turn that down. Yes, I'm currently sitting at 503 subscribers. And hold on one second. Okay, I was just listening to myself. It does seem that I am coming in clearly. That's good. I got 3 likes. Hopefully I can get a little bit more. But yes, folks, all of this stuff going on in the country, I do sadly believe it is going to get worse because Hollywood has not helped it. They have actually made things worse. The media has not helped it. They have actually made things worse. And the rioters and looters have not helped it. They have actually made things worse. So I think that it is completely ridiculous that we have gotten to this point where the prevailing message is all law enforcement is racist. That's not true. I think it is sad that people of any race are being judged by the color of their skin. It is truly sad. But I am also not blind to certain statistics either, especially statistics that are done from federal agencies. But we're not going to get into that. I'm a moderator. Can I share I Have a Dream speech so people can actually listen to it? Yes, you may, Junebug. At your discretion, you can do, or you can share whatever you want. Just don't put porn links in my chat. That's all I ask. Plug channels, do whatever, man. But yeah, Ava DuVernay, you're dumbass. You're also racist as far as I am concerned, because you're saying that it's white people's turn to suffer and not be employed because of whatever reason. It doesn't matter. What you said was wrong. And what you said was full of hatred and intolerance towards somebody with lighter skin than you. That is racism. Let's see here. And also, folks, like I said in the thumbnail of this video, what she said is a potential violation of law. It is not an actual violation of law. Now, if she is doing something or hiring and discriminating against others, saying that unless you're a black person, it all depends on the wording. And it all depends on whether or not it is heard and recorded. If you do so and whatnot, it went down to 0 viewers. That sucks. Anyway, if she actually does say out loud, you're not white or you're not black, so I'm not going to hire you, well, guess what? Or if she says, if you're anything but white, I will hire you, that's a violation of law. The CW actually has already violated the law with the Equal Opportunity Act. You see, they all say that, or they have all said that they are looking for anyone who is part of the LGBTQ to play this one certain role. Meaning, they are not going to allow anyone who is not a part of the LGBTQ community to have the role. That is discrimination based on sexual orientation. That is part of the Equal Opportunity Act. So yes, folks, if you think that you can get away with not hiring somebody simply because of one thing or another, it doesn't matter how you reason it. It doesn't matter. The only thing that you need to basically do is you can hire anybody you want, try to hire anybody you want, but you should stick to hiring based on skill and merit. Because if you don't, you are violating the Equal Opportunity Act. You are, or if you're not hiring a person because, or if you're hiring a person because of a skin color or whatever, or if the specifics of the hiring, especially in Hollywood, is based on a character who needs to be a certain skin color, that's fine. But if you are going to say, well, we want somebody who's an actual lesbian or whatnot, nope, you can't technically do that. It is against the law. You see, before Scarlett Johansson went full stupid, she actually was right. I'm an actor. I should be able to play anything I deem appropriate, like a transgender or a freaking tree. She actually said that. And guess what? I think she actually plays a very good snake. She played Kaa in the Jungle Book movie, folks. Anyway, yes. So, who's excited for tomorrow night? I got the live stream planned for Darth Vader versus Darth Malgus. And that time has actually come to at that time of night, or tomorrow night, folks. I have reached 500 subscribers. And as much as Lethal Lightning has, or even as much as Lethal Lightning is against it, I have made a promise that I would take off my hat on stream and show you all why, or something that is very embarrassing to me. Now, some of you might think it is a very mundane thing, but you know what? There's actually an interesting story to it. So yes, to those, or I'm not going to continue much further, folks. Junebug, well, thank you for moderating. But yes, folks, tune in for tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. I will be removing the hat then. So you're going to have to tune into the, I believe it is episode 8, I believe. Let me check to be 100% sure. I wonder if I can actually check in my playlists. Yes. Versus streams. Yes. Yep. It will be, let's turn it sideways so I can read the whole thing. Really? Yes, it will be episode 8, Darth Vader versus Darth Malgus. Sometimes I need to check stuff, folks, because, yeah, not all there. Anyway, folks, thank you for tuning in to this live stream. Junebug, Donnie Draper, and Pixelate, thank you all for coming in. Thank you to all of my 503 subscribers who have gotten me this far. I was at 508 the night I passed, but YouTube, you know, decided to say you're not allowed to have this many at this time. Anyway, folks, stay tuned for tomorrow's versus stream. That's when the hat comes off. I hope to see a lot of people there, and I actually hope to get to 35 likes at least on that versus stream. So yes, thank you for all of the support throughout my little over a year of streaming or doing videos. I believe April 14th was my very first video. Looks like I had, what the whoop? Oh. Anywho, sorry folks, I just kind of got sidetracked because what video was this? Somebody has commented on a video that is kind of another time, like way back when I was doing vertical videos. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting sidetracked, folks. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to do the outro. Anyway, folks, thank you for all tuning in. Y'all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. If you catch this on the replay, which chances are many people will, do you think that Ava DuVernay might actually break the law? Or do you think that she'll actually play it super smart and not be an idiot? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below, folks. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. And again, tune in tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard to catch Darth Vader versus Darth Malgus with a hatless orange hat. Alrighty, folks. Stay humble.